Well, hello there. You're watching Offbeat Business TV or listening to the OBBM Network podcast. My name is Susan Hamilton, and today we're going to learn a little bit about some things here in DFW that are getting the job done on the street.
Welcome to Offbeat Business TV and the OBBM Network podcast. CEO and host Susan Hamilton shares vital insight from local DFW leaders on successful life and business, focused squarely on local family business. It's time for our nation to rise, and we'll do it through a vibrant local business sector that stands up for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Ready to meet your advocates? Here's your host.
We're here at the Farmers Branch Chamber of Commerce at the Doubletree, and we're about to be hearing from Gerald Parsons, who is really doing some wonderful work in the area of employment. How you doing, Gerald?
Hello, how are you?
Well, I'm excited to hear you this afternoon. You're about to be talking to us.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about what we do in our company. We're a 30-year-old communication analysis company.
My goodness.
And so we help folks build what we call relationship equity. So equity in the term of value, not necessarily fairness, but yeah. So helping people connect better, learn to communicate more effectively, more congruent with communication styles.
You know, we really screw this up a lot, and that's going to be a problem if we don't get better at it real quick.
Yeah, it's interesting. I just wrote a book, literally just came out a couple of weeks ago, called Ties and T-Shirts, and it is a book to teach people how to talk cross-generationally.
Oh my goodness, you're talking to my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because right now in the workforce, the traditional businessmen and the women and the baby boomers are all retiring at a very fast rate, and so now the millennials and the Gen Xers and Gen Zers are kind of taking over the workforce. And if you don't know how to interact with them and communicate effectively with them, it's a little dicey.
Yeah, it is. And employment's the number one problem that we've got across the board. I mean, it's one thing just to find people that can do that great job and then train them. But wow, if we can't keep them when we've gone to that trouble, that's a problem. Or if we can't move them into the better position because we don't know how to communicate that effectively, we could be working with someone who's maybe not the great fit.
Yeah. What's interesting, I have a short little story. We had a gal that was working in an accounting department, and she kept telling us, and we were a consultant for her company, and she kept telling us, I hate what I do, but it pays better than anything else that I can do. And I said, well, what is it that you want to do? So we profiled her and take a look at her communication styles. And her number one communication style was influencer, which is the win-win kind of gregarious salesperson, really has a heart for making the playing ground even for everybody. And so I told her, I said, well, next time you go into your review, mention that to your boss and just say, what do you think about this? And she did, and she joined the sales team and became the number one salesperson in the organization.
Oh, wow. So just moving her in the right position made such a big difference to the bottom line.
Yeah, huge.
Well, I'm excited to hear. So ties
and T-shirts.
Yeah. Did you bring that book with you today?
Actually, I do, and I'm giving them away if anybody wants one.
Oh my goodness, I've got your book.
I know.
I love your book. I love the very first conversation we ever had because I felt such a kinship with you. I know that you've done some work with Tori and you've done some work here in DFW, but you're not limited to this location.
Oh, no.
You actually have a really brilliant business model.
Yeah, our IP and methodologies are delivered by licensed coaches all over the country and all over Europe. So we have offices in London and Germany and in Australia. And so we're a Farmers Branch company, but we're an international we're an international footprint.
Oh, we're hanging on to your coattails.
I don't know
My,
about that.
yes, we are, because we are going to be in all those locations, supporting local business everywhere.
Yeah.
This is just our launching pad, and I just thank you so much, Gerald, for being here today.
My
Thank you for
pleasure.
your book, friends. If you want to get out here and get this book, he knows what he's talking about. This system is working. Get out here and make a big dent, because you've got this one period of time. Gerald, before you go, is there anything that you might say about the preservation of our First Amendment and our right to free speech right now? Because we are about to be going into our voting season starting in May, and we can choose our council members and our ISD board members. Gerald, what do you have one thing you might share with our audience today about this?
I can tell you this: you cannot legislate goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness and a center, a moral compass is not something you can legislate. And my encouragement to your listeners and viewers would be to make sure that you've done your homework when you cast those ballots for the people running, because they absolutely make a difference in our lifestyles.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gerald, so much. I'm excited to hear you, and get on over here. Now, Gerald, is there a website or any place that we can send people?
Sure, absolutely. CommunicationiQ.us.
CommunicationIQ.us. You got that, Kelly? Oh, yeah, she's nodding over there. All right, so we're going to share your information everywhere. Thank you, Gerald. I really appreciate you and look forward to getting to know you better.